Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Had a Special Gun? And yeah guys, it's an unscripted short movie as well, and shout out to you my guy who suggested me this a long time ago. I forgot and I suddenly remembered it. Sorry, but here it is. Anyways, if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins as we see 8-year-old Naruto getting beaten yet again by the same mob of Konoha that hated him to his guts. It was his birthday, yet they beat him to no end, and he always was unconscious at the end of the beatings. But this time he was pulled inside the mindscape, or a dreamlike state, where he saw a Yondam, or a man that looked like Yondam Hokage, and a red-haired woman. Both of them were talking as the Yondam was tinkering with a thing that was in his hand made out of metal. Minato-kun, what is this? His suspicions became original that it was the fourth Hokage. Where am I? What is this place? Yondam-sama? As Kushina walked through him, as he gasped, Is this a dream? As Naruto then became quiet, as he listened curiously, what was it talking about? Ah, isn't that the weapon that you were going to make for Naruto-kun? Yeah, I'm going to make this for our baby boy. When he will be born, he will be the brightest and happiest child in this world. As Naruto's eyes widened, as he realized he was the son of the Yondam Hokage, and then his memories lane shifted to a battlefield where he saw a QB that pierced through the gut of his parents, as he heard the last words of his parents that they said in canon to him, as he cried. As then a seal glowed on his arm, as he saw his father engraving a seal on his arm as well. Inside the scroll is everything that we own, Naruto, both your mother and I. You are our legacy, and we fear that people might betray our wishes, and if they do, you will get this. If the seal ever glows on your shoulder, Naruto, remember that you were betrayed, and so were us. Please forgive us, my child, because there is no other way. I am the Hokage of this village. It is my duty to protect it. I'm so sorry, Naruto, that I'm putting a burden of this extent on your shoulders. Please forgive me. With that, he closed his eyes as he was engulfed with darkness. But he didn't woke up again. This time he woke up in a sewer, and he saw giant bars, and behind them, two red eyes that opened and looked at him with sorrowful expression. Naruto, who are you? It's me. It's Kyuubi no Kitsune, the one that killed both of your parents. The Kyuubi said with solemn voice. Naruto was surprised by this. Why did it seem like that the Kyuubi was sad? It seemed that you know why I am like this. Yes, I regret what I did. Kushina was my partner, my best friend, and she even named me your godfather, and I happily agreed upon this. Then why? Why did you kill them? You see, I was being controlled, manipulated by a Sharingan wielder, whom I thought was dead. His name is Madara Uchiha. He is still alive, or someone who has his Sharingan is, which is most dangerous. He can manipulate any Biju if he can manipulate me twice, and that is why I am here yet again. But I was silent throughout these years only because I was watching the people. And let's just say one thing. I am outright enraged, Kyuubi said with menacing voice, filled and laced with venom. I will rip them apart if I ever broke out of the seal, but I won't, because it will kill you. But there is one way, Naruto. As your parents said, you were betrayed. Your parents were, even I, by the people we trusted. Jiraiya, your godfather. Tsunade, your godmother. Sandem Hokage. These people, as one by one, every person's figure was shown to Naruto to make him recognize these people whom he had to get revenge on. your father's last student, Kakashi, who organized this whole scenario on the order of sound time. How can you be so sure? Trust me, kiddo. When you were an infant, I heard everything. They were going to control you, mold you into the perfect weapon. Why? So that you can grow into a hyperactive, knucklehead, idiot child who only trusts them blindly. That is their reason. They want you to be loyal to them, not a person of your own. So choose Naruto. Now, do you trust them? Or do you trust me and your parents? I trust you. I chose my parents. These people betrayed us. They will reap what they sow. They will get it. I will get vengeance on them. Is there any way I can get them back or talk to them again? There is a way you can get them back, Naruto. And for that, you have to achieve those Uzumaki masks. All of them. And sacrifice 3 souls in order to get the parents' souls back. You have to sacrifice 3 tainted souls. You have to become strong in order to hunt them down to get your parents back from Shinigami. Are you ready for that? Yes, Kyuubi-sensei. Kurama. What? That is my name, Naruto. My name is Kurama. And remember that, to never tell to anyone. As on the outer world, Naruto woke up in an hospital bed as he saw his Gigi looking at him with sadness. But Naruto knew now it was a mask. Mask to just make him appear that he was being careful towards Naruto. He wanted to control Naruto. At least that's what Kyuubi made him think. He was also having second thoughts about Kyuubi. He was treated nicely by these people. But what if the Kyuubi, what he said was true? What if they really were just trying to manipulate him? He didn't know anymore. He wanted to get his revenge, and he was sure he will get it. Naruto, my boy, are you alright? Yes. Yes, I am, Gigi. He said with his same goofy smile that he mentioned every time. Who were those people? Said Hiruzen getting angry in front of him. He's acting tough like always. Like he's going to punish them. He never did. It's alright, Gigi, I forgive them. They will understand like you said one day. That's my boy. He dropped it. Maybe Kyuubi was right. Well, Gigi, I'll be leaving now. I am going to become Hokage and awesome shinobi one day. As Hiruzen chuckled. Yes, you will, my boy. Yes, you will. After Naruto left, Hiruzen then sighed as Kakashi came. Kakashi, you have to let go of your hatred. I cannot bother with this anymore. But he's the reason why Sensei died. He is his son. He is the reason why Minato protected him. Isn't that enough? Or are you just going to let Naruto suffer the same fate as you did because your father committed suicide? That is enough, Hokage-sama. He was the reason why he's killed. He is being controlled by Kyuubi. You have the Sharingan that can see through a person apart and can copy every movement. And yet you cannot tell that he's a human. While I can. Even I am not a Sharingan wielder. I am a normal person. At the time I was enraged and I did agree to this foolishness, but not anymore. I'm backing out on this one. I have enough. I cannot let this child suffer anymore. But he has to. What about the prophecy? Prophecy can go to hell. If Konoha has to fall, it'll be this way. Because we are in the wrong right now. What we are doing to this child is only going to make sure that we fall, just like the prophecy stated. A star born from 2 fallen heroes will rise and destroy everything with its bright light. Almighty shall fall in its light. And that is what is going to happen now. I see it. We are corrupted down to our core. You, me, Jiraiya, Tsunade, everyone else here. We all are corrupted. And if this is going to be my end, I will accept it gladly as my punishment and repentment towards Naruto. As unknown to both of them, Naruto heard these words before he left. As he smiled, I guess there is one person who now regret it, but it's already too late. You will get what you did to me, Gigi. You will, for sure. As Naruto, with the help of Kyuubi, then started to train secretly inside his apartment. As Then, one day Kyubi told him to how to activate the seal, as after getting his chakra into his arm, he swiped the blood on it, and everything his parents worked upon was there. First of all, he bought a plot at the far away eastern side of Konoha. It was an abandoned plot, and there with the help of his clones that was there, a clone jutsu, mainly the shadow clone, he built a wooden house all by themselves, and with the Funjutsu manuals that all his mothers left, he was learning Funjutsu at a rapid speed. He was already at Jiraiya's level at the age of 9. Within 1 year he achieved this. He was already Lee's level Taijutsu master when he was a Chunin, and not only that, he had a Jonin speed, matching Kakashi's. He was already a master of jutsus of Harishin, and not only that, he was much faster than his father, and he already perfected the Rasengan, adding his own chakra nature to it, mainly the blazing Rasengan. He called it Vengeance Rasengan, because it emitted hot and burning, full of flames and fury that he felt in his heart that day. That day he realized he was betrayed, and he had already one mission more, that he made a blood clone, splitting his chakra about within it and sending him onto it. He had gathered 3 taintful souls, which were none other than Danzo Shimura, Gato from the Land of Waves, and Hidan, the Immortal, as he also had gathered all of the masks of Uzumaki clan. As when the 3 people woke up, he was going to perform the ritual. As one by one they woke up. "Who are you two?" Danzo asked, "and where am I?" "Root." "It's not matter how much you call them. They cannot hear you." Danzo Shimura. Who are you?" "Ah, you forgot about me. I am your weapon, or so-called weapon, that you try to control." "You, what is the meaning of this?" "Untie me at this once, you pathetic excuse of shit." "That is where you are wrong, Danzo. Konoha is going to get what it deserves, and so are you 3. You 3 are the only people that are going to help me achieve it." "What do you mean?" "You see, you 3 are the most tainted souls in this world, and you are going to help me revive my parents." "What are you talking about?" As Naruto, after saying this much, stopped and made a blood clone, as the blood clone wore a mask and ripped his own stomach. At the same time, 3 clones popped behind the 3 people and ripped their throats apart, as the drawing that appeared beneath them was engulfed by their blood, covering, as in their dying breaths they saw 2 coffins raising up from the ground, and both bodies of Kushina and Minato were formed. At the same time, Shinigami ripped open her stomach, as dragging the 3 souls there, and the soul of the blood clone, as Minato and Kushina's soul was released. As Danzo's eyes widened, "No, it can't be. Hiruzen, you fool. The child knows everything. Konoha is doomed now, because of your foolishness once again, Hiruzen." These were his last words, as Gato and the Yashinis screamed at their false god, as there was no one to save them, as Shinigami engulfed their souls. They were downright hated by this, because a child was able to defeat them just like that and murder them just to revive his parents. But Naruto knew better, as he smirked. He had drained a lot of chakra with this, as his parents were awoken, both of them with fury, as they rushed towards Naruto. "Naruto, we are so sorry what you have gone through, we saw it all." As Naruto punched the gut of his father. "That's what you get, you piece of shit, for sealing the QB inside of me. I think I kinda deserve it." As Kushina bonked him on the head. "Yes, Minato Teme, you did." "Kushina-chan, don't be mad. I'm sorry." "I guess we can forgive you, Dad. It's good to have you back. It's good to have my family back. Now, as for those piece of shits, why don't we go and kill them?" "Yes, we will, Naruto, but first we have to train. Train here." As Naruto had made a fully shadow clone, or a blood clone of himself, to remain inside his puny apartment, as he was residing outside of Konoha border now, inside his own plot that he bought from his parents' money after hinging into an old man. Arranging fake documents wasn't a thing at the time, as the 3 of them were training hard. Their chakras were growing day by day, Because of the help of Fuinjutsu, Naruto and Kushina were at the peak of Uchiha master level of seals right now, and they could make very much seals. And then Minato introduced Naruto to the weapon that was kept, and Naruto kept it as a memento. What? You mean this was a weapon? I thought this was a memento. No, Naruto. I did make it for you, but it is a weapon. A chakra weapon that can fire chakra bullets at any person at rapid speed. It is the only thing that makes it different from any other weapon. It can be wielded by us only. Both you, me, and Kushina. All three of us can wield it. I see. Let's just go and make two more so we can go and kill all of Konoha's people. Yes, we should. Aren't we going to do that, Minato? Yes, we are. I regret what I did to both of you. Konoha be damned, as Minato ripped out his headband and slashed it, as Kushina and Naruto guessed. You really are serious about this? It's good to know, Toa-chan. I'm always serious, Naruto. As the three of them, at the night time when everyone was resting, striked the village. As many locations later, as they planted the bombs there, they got together. Are you ready? In 3, 2, as Kushina said, 1, kaboom! And there were large explosions heard in all of the clan compounds, mainly at the main houses, killing the clan heads and elders all together, burning them alive alongside their children. And not only that, the Hokage monument, everything was destroyed all at once. The shinobi's envoys were alerted, as then they got in front of Naruto. It seemed the demon has shown its true colors. Yes, the demon did show its true colors, said another figure as she appeared. It's the Red Death, but how? As then Minato appeared with a yellow flash. And not only that, I'm also here with my family. As then, Jiraiya, who was also there alongside with Tsunade, working on finding Naruto because he suddenly disappeared. Because 2 days before the attack, Hiruzen visited Naruto and saw that Naruto poofed out of existence because the chakra was finally depleted, as Naruto said. Because Naruto didn't arrive at the time to fulfill the chakra nature of the blood clone. That's why it poofed away. And Hiruzen was worried now. What if Naruto had deserted the village? He had to hunt down the child now. Because if the child knew about the betrayals of this village, he was going to rip this village apart. I'm Naruto, my boy. Where have you been? Are you two going to ignore my parents? What do you mean your parents, demon? Said Kakashi. As he said, Hadake, we are his parents. As Minato disappeared and appeared before him, and Rasenganed him in the back, and we are very much alive. As everyone guessed. Oh shit, now they were doomed. The trio that everyone feared on the battlefield, the duo, adding their son to just a little bit spice. They are now in hell now, because there's nothing they can do to stop these two monsters at the battlefield who was going to unleash their wrath upon them. And not only that, their son is going to enjoy washing his hand in their blood as well. Oh, there's one more person who also wants his vengeance. You wanted to meet your so-called demon, right? Kurama. As Naruto made a summoning seal as QB appeared in front of them. Well, here is your demon. Enjoy. As Naruto and the others attacked the Konoha, as Konoha shinobi was now shitting their pants. They always tormented the child, thinking that he was the demon, but turns out he was holding it back. Now the child released it, and there's nothing they could do to stop it. Minato never did leave the scrolls behind on how he should stop the seal, as Minato was fighting his sensei, as Tsunade was fighting her own. Jiraiya and Tsunade, as Naruto was fighting the sun time, as the QB was rampaging and causing every shinobi to be killed and squashed under his feet alongside the village, launching Bijudama after Bijudama. Naruto, please stop this. I regret what I did alongside my foolish students. I was mad, and now I am. You feared that the prophecy might not go in your favor, and now I am going to fulfill the stupid shit of prophecy. Oh, and Jiraiya, wanna hear a good news? At why you couldn't summon toads anymore, or why you couldn't go there? Because they abandoned you, you piece of shit, like you did to me. They know everything you did to me. Now they abandoned you, and same could be said for slugs, and same could be said for monkeys. All of them know what you did to us, to my family. Now we will have our vengeance and destroy this pathetic excuse of a village out of existence. and its corruption. As one by one the shinobi fell, as finally Hiruzen fell at Naruto's hands, and so did Jiraiya and Tsunade at their own students' hands. As the three of them were looking at each of their student slash their son or grandchild that they thought of with solemn eyes, and accepting their death because they knew what they did was foolish and now this was their payment. What awaited after here, they thought was heaven because they repented, but no, it was hell, as the three of them slapped a seal on them that was soul-tracking seal down to hell. One ticket only, and that is where they were going alongside everyone inside Konoha. They were all going to hell, and after assuring that each and every one of them died, they were happy and sighed. Now that every one of them is killed, let's obliterate this village. Yes, and with a single strike, with the help of Kyuubi, the village was obliterated. How about we go free your siblings, Kyuubi? That is a good idea, Naruto. What do you guys think? Well, we have to correct the mistakes of our predecessors, so yes, let's do it. As all three of them gathered and ventured towards Iwagakure next and destroyed them, ripping them apart, leaving nothing behind and freeing the Jinchurikis, mainly the Four Tails and the other Jinchuriki they had. And next was Yagura, as he was captured, killed and defeated by Naruto and his parents before Akatsuki, as that village fell as well. As Zetsu got the news of this and ventured towards the Akatsuki, and it was a dooming news that they heard, because now they knew why Hidan was missing and not responding. It was the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki, or the previous Jinchuriki, that killed. On the other side, Toby was fearing something. Now he was fearing that his sensei had nothing to protect and was coming after them one by one. Every village was going to fall down, or the major village. As they arrived at Tsuna and destroyed them apart, but leaving the three children alive, and Gaara was freed from his curse. His siblings were happy for this and were thankful for Naruto and his family, but they didn't bother with that and left. As they were gathering one by one bijus, on the other side, Akatsuki were happy that they were doing all the hard work, but they were going to get a new one, a new surprise when they were going to surprise attack him. But meanwhile, Naruto and his family, alongside the miniature-sized bijus that were now chibi-sized, that were following them, were making their way towards Chaume because he was the only one left, as even Matatabe and Gyuki agreed about this, becoming free, and the Jinchurikis were respectful and let them live. And that is why Kuma was the only village that survived the wrath of the Uzumaki Namikaze family, because they knew what they could do. They just destroyed their own homeland and 3 more villages like nothing could stop them. Only 3 people did that. Now even A feared their fury, what they 3 could do. They could rip his village apart as well. Even the shinobis there feared them. And that is why they respectfully gave their bijus and Jinchurikis. And the Jinchurikis obeyed and gave up their bijus, and they were freed and now normal people as well. As only Taki was the one left. After coming there, Taki was obliterated after seeing that Fu was getting the same treatment as Naruto. No one was left alive. Older, younger, even the kids were destroyed. Everyone was killed off because they were hating a girl who was all alone. Even her family was killed off in front of her. Naruto was captivated by her beauty on the other hand, and he was blushing. His parents teased the young teen, but even Fu was gushing over Naruto now. On to the other side, as Naruto and Fu's love bloomed, as they were dating each other on the ruins of Takigakure after freeing Chome, as Chome was now even chibi as well, alongside his other siblings. Orochimaru was fearing of the Uzumaki Namikaze family, because they just destroyed every freaking village in the elemental nations. Just 3 persons could do that. He was fearing what if they get their hands on him. They just killed off their sensei and his 2 teammates like it was nothing. It was bad shit. But he was a Sanin as well. And he had the backing of the snakes. And he thought he could stop them and get their powers. So he struck them. And Fu was hurt in the crossfire, but she lived. But Naruto was enraged, and he tortured the Sani alongside his compliance Kabuto and the Snake Clan as a whole. So much that they begged for that, but Naruto didn't give them. And after tormenting them over and over and over again, he finally gave in to their request and killed them, slowly and painfully as possibly a human can do. And even then, Orochimaru's soul was dragged down to hell for eternal torture alongside Kabuto and other accomplices. And Karin was free from the curse mark seal, and so was Chugo, that were thankful for Naruto for saving him from this cursed seal. As when Orochimaru and everyone else was dragged down to hell, they saw everyone there, tortured, being tortured, burned alive, just so their skin could regenerate and they could feel the agony again. Again and again this was repeated. Orochimaru then knew his fate. He was forever bound to be there, to be tortured, to be a plaything of Shinigami. Oh, how cursed that Namikaze Uzumaki family. On to the other side, Naruto was happy that his girlfriend was alive, and then he proposed to Fu, and Fu said nothing. Naruto was sad and thought that he was rejected, but Fu hugged him next and laughed wholeheartedly, while the parents watched this from afar, teasing their son and proud that they had a daughter-in-law, and such a beautiful one at that, with green hair and orange eyes and tan skin. Fu was beauty in her own right. As after that, the only thing that was left was the Akatsuki. Even Zetsu, heck, even the Otsutsuki feared the Uzumaki Namikaze family now. But they weren't going to go out without a fight, so Zetsu was able to contact Kaguya and tell what was going on in the world, and Kaguya was able to contact Ishiki, Momoshiki, and Kishiki. The three of them came here as the last Otsutsuki members and freed Kaguya, and 4 of the Otsutsuki members that remained as the whole clan was extinct came down on earth to kill them and get the chakra for themselves. They thought it was going to be easy, but they had another thing coming. With the help of seals, they enhanced their strength 2,000 times over and was able to easily match each and every one of the Akatsuki, Otsutsukis and Akatsuki, overpowering them easily. The battle was legendary. One by one, each Akatsuki member fell. The only one that was left behind were the Otsusukis, as they too started to fall down one by one. Naruto and his family were able to prevent Karma Seal from appearing on their bodies and destroying them apart, gaining their powers and abilities as well, as one by one their skins turned pale, and so did Fu's. They were becoming pure energy, purer than anyone before. Naruto then decided to use his weapon, the weapon that he was holding all this time. As he grabbed it, it turned white, made out of pure energy, as the newly formed gods out of the chakra, the Uzumaki Namikaze family, were roaming above the earth as Naruto fired it down, destroying every bit of it inside. As he opened the portal and ventured into other ones, the false ones where Naruto was tormented, and they vowed to themselves they were going to kill everyone who tormented the Naruto in this verse, and one by one, Naruto erased those universes, saving Naruto and those he loved only from that place, and destroying the verses with his special gun. A one gun with each bullet can destroy a planet, and Naruto used it wholeheartedly, destroying over 1,000 universes, out of which only 900 Narutos were alive, because the rest of 100 were killed off in their universes by his own family. Naruto and his family were sad that they were such piece of shits in that, but he was surprised when his own family killed their own counterparts with their own hands for being such dicks. And Naruto made a new haven for all those Narutos there and their loved ones, new universes where they were loved and respected. He erased hatred as a whole from its own roots by eliminating the people who hated them. Only those universes remained where Naruto was loved and cherished as a hero and had to go through some bit of hatred. Those were spared, but he proved to the people that he was an innocent man. Naruto was happy about that. Then he saw a main universe, and he was happy. And that universe of that of main Naruto, the Naruto who was a knucklehead hyperactive blonde who still lost his parents. And Kyuubi was never his friend, but they became friends as they grew up, and Naruto overcame every challenge and became the 7th Hokage, and had a happy family with a Hyuga girl named Hinata, as they were happy. that Naruto was happy, as he was happy with his own wife, Fu, and they were watching over their universes as the new gods of that realm. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out. Peace.